Baking TV. I'm Mrs. D, and I simply love to bake. Thank you for joining me today on my channel where we are going to make one of my favorites. It's not just one of my favorites, my oldest sister. She has been asking for this recipe since the day that I started my channel. And I was like, wait, sister, you gotta wait until it's fall. Well, it's officially fall. Pumpkin season is over, but it's officially fall. So today, well, you've already seen it in the title, but we're making gingerbread. That's right, I'm dancing right now because I already know that this is gonna be delicious because I've made this recipe before, but I wanna show you guys how to make it. Now, the things that you're gonna need for this recipe, you're going to need molasses, you're going to need brown sugar, butter, vanilla extract, salt, ginger, clove, cinnamon, and baking soda. And you're also going to need unbleached all-purpose flour. How could I forget about the flour? You can't make anything without flour. Anyway, yeah, so that's what you're going to need. Oh, and you're also going to need boiling hot water. Yes, boiling hot water. This is a science experiment. You know what I'm learning about baking? The more that I do it, baking is science. The hot water is going to react with the molasses and the baking soda, and we're going to have gingerbread. So follow along as we make gingerbread. One for me, one for my sister. Now, the gadgets that you're going to need for this particular recipe, you are going to need a 9x9 baking pan. I've already generously floured and buttered this pan. I didn't have two, so I'm going to use the 9x9, and I'm also going to use this 8-inch pan. The little small one will be for me, but the large one will be for my sister. You are going to need a whisk in order to whisk together your dry ingredients. You are going to need a hand mixer and a bowl. And you're going to always need, anytime you're baking anything, you're going to need a rubber scraper, rubber spatula, whatever you want to call this little thing, and some boiling water. Now, as far as your dairy products, my eggs and my butter are room temperature. So let's get started. To our mixing bowl, we are going to add our butter. Now, guys, I have been using this particular type of butter now probably since my third or fourth video. This is Kerrygold Irish butter. Now, the reason that I use this particular butter is because there are no added ingredients on the ingredients on the package. It simply says butter. It simply says pasteurized cream, skim milk. Yeah, that's it. On the package, it simply says pasteurized cream, skim milk. That's it, milk. That's it. That's all butter should be. Your butter shouldn't say natural flavors and all of that. I'm not trying to tell you how to bake, but recently I have, yeah, I could say recently. Recently, we've gone through some health challenges in my family, and I have just cleaned up some of the ingredients that I am baking with. I was talking to one of my girlfriends, and she was like, you need to tell your story. You need to tell people why you choose to use some of the ingredients that you use. So the reason that I choose to spend a little bit more on my butter, and not just my butter, I use unbleached flour because I don't think it's necessary to bleach the flour, and I use a quality flour. I use, for my baking soda, I use the Bob Mills brand because it doesn't have any added, I think it's aluminum or something or whatever. And guys, I'll tell you another thing that I came across this week that kind of shocked me. But let's go ahead and let's mix some of these ingredients. We'll talk about that later. So we are going to take our room temperature butter and we're going to add our brown sugar. And we are going to mix those two ingredients together until they are creamy. Let's turn that mixer up a little bit. We'll be here all day. There we go. Okay, that's well combined. And now we are going to add our molasses and our vanilla. Always scrape down your bowl, no matter what you're baking. Always scrape down your bowl because you want to make sure that all of your ingredients are combined. Now I'm seeing that I've got still some chunks of butter and some of my brown sugar is not well combined. So I am going to blend that just a little more. Okay, perfect. Okay, next we are going to add our molasses. Guys, this smells so good. This reminds me of my childhood because I love cane syrup. And here in Louisiana, growing up, my grandmother always baked biscuits and we always had cane syrup. So this molasses is just reminding me of my childhood. And I am using, I'll show you the molasses that I'm using. I am using the grandma's molasses. Yeah, I'm using this one. Yep, you can find that at Walmart, anywhere. Guys, I was about to say Kmart. I don't think there are any more Kmart stores in the US. I don't think so. So we're going to add that and it says to stir. Now, if a recipe doesn't tell me to cream, if it says stir, then I guess that means that I'm going to use my spoon, my spatula for this part. So we're going to add our molasses. There we go. That smells so good. And we're going to mix that in. And then we're going to add our eggs. Let's get that out of the way because we're not going to use our electric hand mixer. Oh yeah, we're going to stir that in. Then we're going to add our eggs. And I always like to add my eggs in one at a time because we like to make sure that the previous egg is well incorporated before we add the additional egg. Let's go ahead and add in our eggs. That one-handed crack. I love showing off my skills that I've learned. Guys, now did you see that mistake? I was so fixated on showing you that I could crack an egg using one hand, and I just said we add our eggs one at a time. Well, I added both of them, so let's get that well incorporated before we add our dry ingredients. Yep, that's a blooper. We're going to keep that in, but we're going to keep mixing until our eggs are well incorporated. Because remember, this is just one big science experiment. One big science experiment. There we go. And this recipe is not going to take long at all, guys. And the key to any baking success, to gather all of your ingredients ahead of time, because you don't want to be running around the kitchen saying, oh, I forgot this, I forgot that. I told you in one of my previous videos, that's called, as there's a French term, it's called mise en place, which means everything in its place. All righty, I had to go a little bit longer because I could still see some of the egg yolk. Okay, yeah, that's well blended. Okay, and we need to add our vanilla. And this time, I've used all of my Ugandan Nielsen Massey vanilla. This time, I have opened up my Indonesian pure vanilla extract by Nielsen Massey. Hope you can see that. And if you watch one of my previous videos, you know I got like a boatload of vanilla extracts on sale because there was a sale at Sur La Table. You know, that's the way I love to say it. Sur La Table. But Sur La Table, they had a sale on their vanilla extract, and I went crazy, guys. I went crazy. So let's stir that in. Now we are going to blend together all of our dry ingredients. Okay, and to our flour, we are going to add our baking soda, cinnamon, clove, salt, and one of my favorite spices, ginger. And we're gonna mix all of those warm fall spices together. This smells so delicious. Oh my gosh. You know, I think that the fall brings back positive memories, and these spices and the smells bring back positive memories from my past. And I think that that's why I love fall baking so much. All right, now we're going to gradually add our dry ingredients to our wet ingredients, our boiling water, and guys, we'll be done in just a little bit. Just a little bit. But I want to give a shout out and a thank you to my Aunt Nita. Guys, every week, I get an encouraging text message from her about how much she enjoys my channel, and just a word of encouragement. Every week she sends me a word of encouragement, and I thoroughly appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys commenting too, but it's something about when your family reaches out. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel good because actually, as far as my family is concerned, I've told you in previous videos, I don't have either one of my parents, but I don't have any of my mom's siblings. They all died of some type of cancer or illness that I don't know. I don't know which particular kind or type or whatever. I don't think that part matters. But I think that after going through the health scare with my husband, and having all of my, like I said, all of my mom's siblings are now deceased, I'm very particular about what I cook with, how I care for my home. As a matter of fact, we are shoe free. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, that may come to visit. Actually, most of the people that come to my house to visit, they don't mind that we are a shoe-free family. They don't mind at all. They don't mind at all. But yeah, when my twins were infants, they suffered with RSV. And then after RSV, they suffered with asthma. And so I was trying to do all that I could to keep my house free of just outside pollutants and things of that nature. I try not to go overboard, but my thing is anything in my environment that I can control, I will. Now, I'm going to tell you something I found out this week about one of the ingredients that I've been using from my childhood. And I thought that it was the same product, but that's why it's so important that you read labels. Yeah. And I'll show you why as soon as we get this in the oven. Okay, let's just continue to stir this, and then we are going to add our boiling water. And all of the ingredients and measurements for this recipe will be listed in the description box. When the recipe is not mine, what I normally do, I will link the author of this recipe. As a matter of fact, the author of this recipe, I think his name is Sam Merritt. I will list that in the description box. Yes, I will. But anytime I change a recipe and customize it and make it my own, I call it mine. But this is not mine. So we've almost gotten all of this flour well incorporated. I am going to go ahead and gradually add my boiling water so that this will be easier to stir. All right, here we go. I'll add just a little, stir, and then I'll add the remaining. Now, like I said, I'm doubling this recipe because I'm sharing it. So that's why you see so much batter in my bowl, because I am sharing this recipe. There is no way I could just make one batch of gingerbread. No way, no way, because my sister wouldn't get any. No, between my husband and I, oh yeah, we would devour this. All right, that's good because we don't want to overmix. And let's add the remaining of our water. There we go. Carefully mix this in. Now this, you can add this to your kid's lunchbox. As a matter of fact, when I was a little girl, when I was in middle and high school, our cafeteria ladies would make gingerbread in the fall. Oh my goodness. And I was greedy about it. Yes, I did. I would not eat whatever else was on the plate, but I would go around asking my friends, "You gonna eat your gingerbread? You gonna eat your gingerbread? You gonna eat your gingerbread?" I would have like 3 or 4 pieces, and they would cut, I mean, big pieces of gingerbread, and I would just devour it. I would like, okay, you can have my beans and rice. I'll trade you. Give me your gingerbread. I love gingerbread. So that is one of the positive memories that I have from my childhood. Yes, yes. And baby, at my high school, we had some good cafeteria workers. Those ladies, oh my goodness, made some of the best meals for us. As a matter of fact, at my high school, Thursday was fried chicken day. We would run to get in line for fried chicken day because, oh my goodness, those ladies, baby, they made chicken better than Popeyes. Yes, they did. And if any of my high school friends are watching this video, I want you to comment how good that fried chicken was. I want you to comment. Just give me a yes, it was. All right, that is well blended. And let's go ahead and put this in our prepared pans. That was quick and easy, guys. Make sure to scrape down the bottom of my bowl. I don't want anything left behind unblended. All righty, here we go. And let's save some for our next pan. I'm gonna put the majority in our 9x9. If I was not afraid of salmonella, I would taste this batter for you guys. It smells so good. And there we go. And we are going to place these in our preheated 350-degree oven for 40 minutes. So while our gingerbread is in the oven, I had told you guys that we would talk about some of the discoveries that I had this week. Well, while just on the internet watching some reels and things of that nature, it was brought to my attention that the cornstarch that I use and have used it in several of my recipes, it contains a bioengineered food. Why is that even necessary? Why? But you have choices. You don't want to use anything that's bioengineered, choose one that's not. So on this particular product, it says for the ingredients, where are they? Now for the ingredients, it says cornstarch. But then when you turn the container over, it says bioengineered food product. Why? So then I found this cornstarch, this particular one. It simply says no GMOs. That means no genetically modified products in this particular cornstarch. So this cornstarch, it says cornstarch. That's it. Non-GMO. Why do you have to modify it? Just leave it like it is. Now this particular product, I've used this since I was a little girl. This brand. But I'm done. Now this same producer, non-GMO, but I could not find my baking powder in non-GMO at the particular store that I went to. But I'm going to keep searching and I'm going to find one. So I'm no longer going to use this. I don't need anything that's genetically modified in my food source. It's just a choice of mine. I'm not trying to tell you guys that now all of a sudden you need to be label readers, but I think it's important that we do read the labels so that we can stay as healthy as possible. Now, I'm not going to wait until they come out with some type of scientific study. Oh, after a 15-year study, it has been proven that genetically modified materials have caused blah, 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 forever chemicals in our bloodstream and all of that. I'm trying to live healthy. I'm trying to live long, like God has promised me long life. So that's what I meant in the beginning of my video. about me choosing to use particular products that are not modified, like this sea salt. This particular sea salt that I got from my local Costco. It simply says the ingredient sea salt. It doesn't say that they added another ingredient in here in order to make it non-clumping and all of that. So yeah, as far as the ginger and my cinnamon, again, organic. What does this contain? Ginger, cinnamon, and that's it. So guys, I just want to encourage you to make better choices. I know that some of these products may be a little bit more pricey, but I can't put a price on my health. I want my husband and I to be around for not just our grandchildren, but our great-grandchildren. I want to be a great-grandmother, like my mother-in-law. She's a great-grandmother now. I want to be a great-grandmother. So I'm going to do all that I can in order to control what is in my food that I eat. And that's just a choice of mine. So yeah, how about that? Get off my soapbox. Okay, and just like that, they are done. Guys, oh my goodness. Look, 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 look. Oh, it smells so good. So good, so good, so good. Look at that, look at that. And I did insert my little cake tester because I wasn't sure whether or not they were done, but they are done because you can't tell sometimes with a brown batter whether or not your bake is done. But these are done. I'm going to allow them. I'm going to try my best to allow them to cool. I am going to allow them to cool because I'm going to top this with a little powdered sugar. Now, the recipe that I'm following today, it said that this was best if you top it with whipped cream, but I'm not feeling whipped cream today. I just want just a little powdered sugar because I love all those warm spices, and that's what I want to come through, not necessarily the cold whipped cream on top. So let's let these cool completely. And you know what's coming up next, guys. Taste test time. And it's completely cooled. I'm going to turn this gingerbread out onto this cutting board. It should come right out because remember we prepared the pan. Yep, look at there. Came out clean. Ooh, look at there. Let's turn it over. Oh my goodness. Look at there. Look at there. That's some good looking gingerbread, guys. Oh my goodness. And like I said, let's just top it with some simple powdered sugar. Yay, it's snowing. You know what time it is. Now I'm gonna try not to be too greedy and cut a large piece, but you know, guys, there's somebody. I was about to say my kitchen, but it's not just my kitchen. This is my handsome husband, guys. I was just about to do my taste test. Okay, all right. Okay, so you came right on time. You ready? What do you smell? What do you smell? What do you think this is?
Smells like ginger.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so now he's got on his that is not his voice. What do you smell?
It's gingerbread.
It is gingerbread husband. It is. And I call him husband, y'all. Sometimes I call him by our last name too, but I love just calling him husband. But okay, so why am I nervous? Why am I nervous? Because my husband makes me nervous. All right, so let's cut our gingerbread. Okay, you know what you guys are about to get? You're about to get an honest opinion other than mine on this taste test. All right, you want the big piece? You want the corner? It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm just looking forward to the taste.
Oh, well, you got to dance. You got to. Okay, what time is it? What time is it, husband?
Taste test time.
No, you got to go like this. It's taste test time. All right, you go ahead. You take the big piece. I'm gonna take the small piece. All right. Ooh, wait. Cheers. All right, let's go.
This is good. Pack it back. It is real good.
Guys, this is delicious.
Am I allowed to finish?
Oh my goodness. You can go finish, husband. You can finish it. You can finish it. Thanks for stopping by. Guys, oh my goodness. All you need is a glass of milk. And you're lactose intolerant, get you some lactose-free milk. Guys, this is delicious, okay? But I knew it was gonna be delicious because gingerbread is one of my favorites. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my video from beginning to end. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Like, share, bake, put this in your kids' lunchbox this for the next school week. This is delicious, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Bye.